me going. It's by way of
All
Zoom.
right, all right, all right. Welcome everybody to the training.
Yes,
Okay, hope
email us.
everybody's having a blessed and wonderful day. I'm going to actually talk about
I
making
just text.
10K per
I just
month.
texted. So
So
I just
hopefully everybody had a chance to get out their pen and paper. Okay, pen, paper, you want to write notes. Always take notes as much as you can, because when you write notes, it does something to your subconscious mind, and it navigates through your whole body, and you remember it better. They say people who take notes actually process information like 70% better than people who don't take notes at all. Okay, so go ahead and grab a pen and paper, because I'm going to show you how to get to 10K per month. Let me take out my notes real quick. So everybody in here, all right, there is a chat strategy. Okay, it's a script that you can use to start any conversation. Okay, hopefully you're in the chat. You should be in the chat. Everybody in here should be in the chat. If you're not, just send me a message on Facebook, and I will make sure you're added. Okay. Let me take out my notes real quick, because I wrote a few notes for you guys so I don't forget. All right. Okay, so the first thing you need to know is this. There's always a price that you must pay for whatever you want, whatever your goal is, even if it's not 10K, even if it's $2,000 per month. There's a price that you must pay, okay? Hold on one second. Somebody's trying to get on. All right, let me see. Where did I put it? Okay, so it's a price that you must pay. And what I'm about to tell you is a very, very simple strategy to get to 10K per month. But you got to be strong. You got to be willing to do it, or it won't work, okay? I could talk all day long, but if you don't do the action steps, you are going to be in the same spot, okay? A lot of you are going to have to force yourself in the beginning to do these activities that I'm going to talk about, okay? Because you're probably not used to doing income producing activities, okay? There's a difference between income producing activities and busy work, okay? Busy work is just basically things that are not targeted towards exactly making income. And this type of system, and any system that you do, no matter what type of affiliate marketing program you do, MLM, whatever you have to do, okay, they all require you to do income producing activities. You can do this in any company that you're in, okay? I just think this one is really easy because you have somebody doing Zooms for you. You have a good presenter that's actually closing people for you. And we have a very duplicatable system where a person can come in and make a lot of money without even knowing how to log in their back office. And we have seen that a lot, okay? So this will be easiest when you apply this to this system. Now, if you are in a different program, I want you to understand something. Okay, you may have to do more of this in a different program because you may be sending people to a website, or it may be differently. But the fact that we have that group, okay, that the Miracle No More Bills group that we have that you can add people to for the replay, and then we have the live webinars at 8, that right there alone can get you to 10K per month, okay? Now, the first thing is, hold on one second. Okay, the first thing you want to understand is intention, okay?
Yes.
Intention is very, very powerful. Intention is basically when you are set out to do something, okay? You set out to do it and you say, I'm going to get it done. It's a difference between having a goal and having an intention. Now, you can have a goal and you can create an intention from it. So whatever your goal is, I always tell people you need to know the numbers, because anytime you have a goal and you don't know the numbers or the strategy to get there, then you are really spinning your wheels. That's why a lot of people don't make money online or offline, because they don't know the numbers of their goals. They don't know or track anything because nobody has never taught them. So when you have new people coming in, you must understand that most of them don't know what to do. Most of them don't know what to say. So it's not that a lot of people are lazy. It's that some people are lazy, though, I'm not gonna lie. But it's the fact that some people don't know what to do and some people don't know what to say. And before I realized this was when I started getting like really, really sad, because I started to want people to be more successful than they wanted to be for themselves. I was like, dang, why they not doing nothing? But the fact of the matter is, you have to become a leader, and when people come under you, you have to be able to direct them where to go. Okay. Now, I'm not saying babysit your people or anything like that. I'm saying that if they have questions, you need to be able to direct them to the right person or the right place, and kind of at least help them, get acclimated and stuff like this, so they can at least be off to the races. So to get to 10K per month, you start off whatever your goal is. So you want to write down $10,000 per month, or $5,000 or $2,500. I don't know what it is. I'm not putting other people's goals on you. Okay, you can have $50,000. It doesn't matter. But your mind will process easier replacing your income as your first goal. So if you've never made $10,000 per month, sometimes your subconscious mind may not believe it, and you can be like, sometimes it can sabotage you. I'm not saying don't go for that. I'm saying make that as one of your goals if you want that. But your first goal can be replacing your income. So just tally up how much you make, or what is the most that you've made already per month, and write that down as your goal, okay? And then have a second goal as 10K per month or whatever it is. I'm saying if you've never made 10K per month, I'm saying like start with replacing your income so you can process that better, because you've done that before. So it's possible, okay? Then your third goal can be like your crazy goal, like $50,000 or $100,000 per month, okay? Now your intention, okay? What you want to do is break down those goals to daily and weekly goals. I want everybody to understand that it is a process to bring a person in. The process is not a destination of bringing a person in. If you're trying to get your first person, whatever it may be, you have to understand there is a process. This is one of the number one things people miss. They think they just send somebody some information and everybody just sign up. That's not how it works. What the real process is, you start with your intention, okay? That's the first process, right? Now you break down your goal into weekly goals and daily goals, right? Weekly goals and daily goals. I'm telling you how successful people operate, okay? Unsuccessful people don't operate like this. They just try to do something and then they say it don't work, okay? And it's because they don't know the process. Now the intention, what I want you to do is create an affirmation for that intention. So for example, I'm so happy and grateful now that I earn $10,000 per month on autopilot easily and effortlessly, okay? You have to start to speak what you want, because we speak our lives into reality. So whatever that you don't want, stop thinking about that and stop focusing on that. You know what I mean? A lot of times people are, deal with things, and then they call up their friends, they talk about all their problems, then they tell everybody, and then they just speaking it all out into existence, and they don't know. Like people say, nobody want to join, and it's hard to find people. Every time you say that, it's calling it into your life. So even though it may be hard, you have to understand that whatever you feel on a daily basis, whatever you think on a daily basis is what you attract. Your feelings, when you say nobody's joining you, you are creating a vibration into the atmosphere, and you are telling the universe, bring more of this feeling, repel people from me. So you're going to stumble and mess it up and say crazy stuff that makes people want to join. It really happens like that. But most people don't know that. So every day you need to wake up and say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I earn $10,000 per month on autopilot, easily and effortlessly. Yes, sabotage. The next thing you want to do is write down, who do you want to be in business with you? Who do you want to attract? Okay? A lot of people, they just do these businesses and they just want to attract anybody and everybody. And then they wonder why all the broke people keep signing them. Okay? You know what I mean? Okay. So you have to, if you want to attract people with money who got the money to join you, you need to write down who is your perfect business partner. Who do you want to attract? Because your reticular activating system will connect with their mind and connect with their vibration. They will be attracted to you. See how it works? Okay. So write it down. So are they a go-getter? Are they willing to do what it takes? Are they willing to invite people to the Zooms? Are they willing to, talk to people about the information, right? Write it down. That's your homework for tonight. Write it down. Write down your affirmation, your goal, your intention, your daily goal, your weekly goal. So if I ever ask you at any moment, I message you in your inbox, say, hey, what's your daily goal? You should know it right off the bat, okay? You should know it because you're saying it every morning, every night for 90 days. Every morning, every night, I want you to speak that. And some people think it's weird, or I tell people about it and they don't do it, but that stuff is real. It's one of the most laziest ways to become successful by reality and ignoring the negativity and just focus on what you want. Focus, intention. And then you got to believe it. You got to really, truly believe in yourself and know who you are. Right? I always say it on my webinar. I'm like, do you know who you are? You're so powerful. There's so many people who don't believe in themselves because somebody has convinced them that they can't do something. You can do anything you set your mind to. Anything. Okay? And I used to hear that. I'm like, okay, yeah, everybody said that. But no, you seriously can do anything. If you want to bring 100 people into this business, you can. But you got to know the process. You got to know the laws and the principles. Okay? The next one, you want to write an affirmation that says, I'm so happy and grateful now that I attract people with $110 to $1,725 who are go-getters and are ready to join the miracle system every day. Okay, stuff like that. And this is called raising your vibration. And you got to speak it out loud, okay? You got to say it out loud. And you got to move your body. You got to stand up straight when you say it. You got to say it loud. Don't be all slumped over saying it all quiet like I'm saying. You got to do it with energy because your physiology, your movement of your body creates vibrations too, right? You know what I mean? So that's another example of an affirmation. In your back office, if you know how I've not went through your back office, it's a lot of personal development in that back office because we all have to do personal development every day. Do 30 minutes of personal development every day. Motivation, raising your vibration, because if you're not focused on your goal, if you're not motivated, what's going to happen is throughout the day, your subconscious mind is going to put you back in your routine. And you're going to get distracted and all type of stuff can happen. So you got to really, really get laser focused to make 10K per month. It's not going to just fall out the sky, okay? And it's a process. Some of you think it's just going to be happen overnight. Yes, a lot of people making money fast, but sometimes it's a process for other people. You got to be consistent. Give yourself 90 days. There's a guy who came in and in one of the systems I was doing before, and he didn't make no money in the beginning, but every day he was inviting at least 25 plus every day for the information, okay? He didn't make no money the first month, okay? Most people would have quit. They would say, nobody joined me, but he was so kept following up. He kept on coming, and people was like, wow, this guy is serious. He believes in what he's doing. He made $20,000, okay? But people don't know the process, so they just give up before everybody's ready to join them. Also, add people to that group. It's a reason for that group. I've been making groups for years, guys, and the group is meant to follow up with people because people are going to be posting proof in there. If you got proof in there, posting proof in there, they're going to be asking other people in the group, like, hey, is you really having success? And other people, they're going to have different people vouching for them. It's a way to follow up with people. Okay? And then I do, like, stuff to say, hey, the 10K per month training is going on right now. I posted in that group because they like, hey, we get trained and stuff. Yeah,
Hey, Dominique, excuse me. Somebody,
Dominique,
somebody needs to be muted.
You should be in that group. Everybody who's on your team, they should be in your group. It's in your best interest to make sure your people are plugged in because the more duplication you have, the less work you have to do. Okay? Dominique. The other one is I'm so happy and grateful now that I asked the closing question 100 times per month. The closing question, okay? Closing question. You don't know what the closing question is. The closing question is what you make money. 10K per month formula. If you don't know what the closing question, I'm gonna go over real quick. The closing question is basically when you have invited somebody to the information, you added them to the group, you invited them to a Zoom, and then you follow up with them and you say, hey, what did you like best about what you saw? Okay? Is it, can y'all hear me? Is it people loud on here? I hope not, because I can't hear nobody.
Yeah, we need you to mute everybody because we couldn't hear you.
Yeah. Oh, dang, y'all rude. I can't hear anybody. I don't know why. But I couldn't hear nobody. Sorry. Did y'all hear what I was saying so far?
Kind of, sort of.
I muted everybody now.
Okay.
But okay. All right, cool. So, what was our last talking about, y'all? Oh, the closing question. Okay. The closing question is after you invite people to the Zoom. This is the formula. You invite people to the Zoom. Okay. Pick a number every day. Don't go to sleep until you hit your numbers. It's all a numbers game. Everybody should have a sheet of paper every day, starting today, 5/20. Write the name of it. Right? You should have your intention on it. You should have your affirmations on it. and you should have the income producing activities I'm about to talk about in the tracking that I'm gonna talk about. So I'm gonna talk about the closing questions later, because that's the main part of the 10K per month formula. Okay, so the plan. Don't let me forget to talk about that, because that's the whole formula for it. So the plan, you got to do the necessary required actions to make 10K per month. Okay, that equals the closing question 100 times per month. You usually have a 10% ratio of asking the closing question. You may have to talk to more people to get to the closing question, which I will explain in a bit. Okay, so the income producing activities you want to write on your paper. So you have, right now you should have your goal, your intention, your daily goal, weekly goal, monthly goal. Okay, you should have your affirmations that I just said. Okay, in your back office, it's a list of business affirmations to grow your business and exponentially. Okay, in the back office, under resources, under training, it's a lot of information back there. People don't even know what's stuff back there. We got actual products and stuff back there. But back there is some affirmations, and it's the 55 by 5 rule that's really powerful. And you got some back there, you got some books, some personal development books that if you don't know what to read about every day and all that good stuff. Okay, so the first income producing activity is inviting. Okay, inviting is when you start the conversation. There's a money script that everybody should have. Okay, when you start a conversation where you say, hey, how's it going today? Where you from? Do you have kids? And you go into a business conversation if you don't know how to talk to people. It's all written out. Okay, it's all written out. If you don't have that, get it from your sponsor, and I'm gonna see if I can find it. Let me put it in the chat. It's called the money script. Okay, let me see. Let me go to my email, because I emailed it to some people today. Okay, and it got some Facebook training. Oh, I just learned something new. I missed it. Stats on the homepage of the book. Oh yeah, okay. So some people were saying that they oops. Some people were saying their commissions was disappearing on the homepage. The commissions is in the in a separate total commission. The home screen shows 24 hours. Okay, y'all. Okay, if you didn't know that. Let me put the money method in here. All right, so copy and paste this and send it to your teams. Okay. It's the whole script. So nobody can say, I don't know what to say. I gave somebody this the other day and they was like, oh, this worked. Wow. Wow. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff in the back office. So like this isn't really crowdfunding, y'all. This is actual products. Okay. Did I get it all? Most people who are working, it didn't even paste it all. Hold on.
Can you share your screen?
I paste it all. Let me see. It's in the chat. It's a money script. Okay, let me see. Sierra, yeah. Yep. It's not letting me type the whole thing in here. I don't know why. But I'll put it in the, I don't know. I'll see if I can put it in the back office or something. Let me send it to everyone. It's a full script. That's not all of it. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm gonna post it in a group or somewhere, y'all. It started off like this. This is the whole conversation. All right, people join people in business who they like or want to be like. The way your profile is set up now with your branding and your post should look like someone who people want to be like, okay? So this is kind of like if you posted on social media, but it's the same way offline. If you are offline and you want to talk to people, the way that you look and you brand yourself is going to attract people, is going to repel people, okay? Someone who has the results that other people want, even if you don't physically have them yet, especially on social media. People don't know your life unless you go around just busting yourself out. It be people saying all type of crazy stuff on their posts. I'm like, why are you doing that? And you got a business, right? You can be whoever you want to be online. They don't know. That's one thing I remember one of the somebody said. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I can be whoever I want to be, right? You can go and get done up, and they just think you just falling out of control. They don't know, right? So people want to join people who look like leaders. Have your profile set up like branded. Okay, just look on my page. My page, when people come to my page, they're like, who is this lady? You know what I mean? You want people to do that automatically when they come to your page. It's a whole strategy. Okay, if you click the link and say Facebook training, all right, you can see that training. Keep it simple. If you can ask 5 to 30 people how's their day and what do they do, you can generate leads daily. Nobody should be saying where are leads at, because everybody is a lead who pay bills. All right. Now, example. So you talking to somebody either online or offline, just say, hey, how's your day? Get them a compliment. Say, I like your shoes. Find something really good to talk about that you actually like about them or something. Okay. And then you just say, what's your name? If you on Facebook, don't say what's your name. You got to have common sense. Okay. And then you just ask them, where you from or what do you do, right? They're going to start talking to them. You being interested in that person, which makes them interested in you. And then you find something in common with them real quick. This can be very, very quick. You don't need to be spending 10, 20 minutes on a person. You can do this really, really fast. And then they don't say, hey, I'm a warehouse worker. How about you? And then you say, oh, okay, I've been marketing online for 3 years. It's been a blessing. How long have you been working at the warehouse for? You've been doing online for 1 year. If you've been doing it 5 years, like I've been doing it 5 years, just fill in the blank. Now they're going to answer how long you've been working there, to which your next reply will be, oh, okay, awesome. So is that your passion? Then you ask them like how long they've been working, doing what they've been doing. And then they're going to tell you, right? And then you say, well, do you love it? Or is that your passion? And then most people going to be like, no. I don't like my job. I'm trying to get out of that mess. And they say, and that's when you go into the spiel. The full list is not on here. It's not letting me type it, but the rest of it is, let's see. You can say, they're going to say, no, I don't like my job, and it's boring, or I want to quit. They're going to start telling you the whole 9 years. They're probably talking about a whole bunch of other stuff. People love to talk about their stuff, right? And then you just say, hey, have you ever thought about just using the bill relief program, which covers your bills and pays you $1K to $10K per week without selling anything or convincing people? You just move the whole conversation, y'all. You learn how to do this very fast. It don't take you long to talk to 5 to 30 people a day. But I can guarantee if you're talking to 0 people a day, you're not gonna make no money, right? It's all about consistency, guys. Remember what I'm saying right now. It's all about consistency. Even if people don't sign up the first time, most people don't just sign up right away, okay? And then after you say that, have you ever thought about the blah, blah, blah? They're going to say, no, well, how does that work? Or it didn't work in the past, I tried online, or whatever they say. Just anything they say, just say, well, I see. Well, if I were to personally show you how to get all of your bills down to $0 in 14 to 30 days or less and make an extra $1K to $3K per week, and it actually worked, and you knew what to do daily, would you have at least an hour a day? Okay. They're going to say, well, yeah, how does that work? Get my bills paid. What is that? And then, boom, you just say, great, go ahead, click here on my link. Here's the info, and let me know when you've seen it. Okay. We also have a Zoom at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m., and here's the link for the Zoom. We also have a group for our testimonials. Now you just add them to the group, you just invite them to the Zoom, and you send them your link at the same time. And you just generated a lead, because when they go through your capture page, we follow up with them for 2 weeks. And you can do this. All you need is an hour or 2 per day to do this. Nobody can say, I don't have time to do this, because this does not take long at all, right? And you can add friends every day so you never run out of people to talk to. It's no excuses for this. Right? You just do that with 10 to 30 or 10, 20 or 30 people a day. Okay. So now you know how to invite people, right? Yeah, I can put this in the group chat. And make sure if you got people on your team, you want to make sure you give it to them. No problem, Gina. And yes, I got you, Rosetta. Yes, I can put this. I don't know if it's going to let me. I might have to put it in the back office or something. I'm thinking I'll probably just put it in the back office so y'all can just click on it. But that's called inviting, okay? When I used to struggle online for 2.5 years, I realized I was not inviting people a lot when I learned about income producing activities. And they said the #1 reason why people fail because they spend most of their time on non-income producing activities. Posting ads is great, but inviting people and going directly into their inbox, that's called grabbing success, okay? Yes, I post. It's called passive attraction marketing. Okay, when you posting and you waiting on somebody to respond, you don't have to wait for nobody to ask you for information. You can just go out and just start talking to people. Okay, if you don't want to talk to people, then you need to go and figure out something else to do. That's fine. It's just not maybe for you. It's okay. Okay, I'm saying though, you can type this. I'm telling you, I've made 6 figures typing scripts to people. I have a whole bunch of little tabs that's I copy and paste. Some people be saying the same thing, so I copy and paste. What's the reply to this? After you do this over and over, the law of average will appear, right? Okay. If you suck, then you should be talking to more people. If you know you suck and you one of those people who say, I can't recruit to save my life, just up the amount of people you talk to. And eventually you will start knowing what to say, right? And then you'll have people joining you and you can go back in your conversation and you say, what did I do differently? Also, if you have proof, use the script, right? And show your proof. Show your proof, okay? If you have proof in your back office, right? Okay, so everybody should know how to invite. Anybody have any questions about inviting so far? Because that's one of the main income producing activities. If you don't want to step up and be a leader, if you don't want to invite people, all I gotta say is keep a 9 to 5, okay? And figure something else to do, and don't join no other programs because this is way easier than those. You gotta recruit 1 million people in those programs. Once you get a few people under your belt and you start training them, they're gonna start duplicating, okay? And then you're gonna start seeing people who are very motivated, and you wanna work closely with people who are motivated, people who show like they like real go-getters. You need to work closely with them. If you see them and you see them doing this and doing that, you need to reach out to them like every other day or every week. Touch base with them like, hey, do you need help with anything? Let's do a 3-way day or whatever you got to do. You want to work closely with people who are showing that they want to be leaders, okay? I'm just showing you other things, but inviting. Anybody have any questions on inviting before I move to the next income producing activity? So you got the intention, we got the goal on your paper. Everybody needs to be writing this down. If you want to get to 10K per month, you need to write this down because you need to track this every day. You should have the date up there. Okay, you got invites. So every day you should track. At the end of the night, you should say, how many invites do I do? Because if you're not making money within the next 30 days, you can go back to this and say, what did I do wrong? Okay, instead of saying, I quit because this don't work. No, you didn't know what to do and you didn't do the work. Okay, it's just a decision that you got to make. It's very easy to talk to people by messaging them. You don't have to call them, but you can. Right, that's one of the easiest things to make 10K per month. Nobody on here can tell me that. That is really hard work. It's people breaking their backs out there, lifting boxes and doing real hard work, and people online complaining saying that they got to talk to somebody. You know what I mean? Right? It is what it is. Your attitude will determine how successful you are. If you change your attitude and learn how to love people and sincerely care about people, because when you're doing this, you're helping people, then they will change their attitude to you. Okay, if you have a bad attitude about doing this, then nobody is going to want to join you, and then you're going to keep not liking it, and then you're going to complain about your team not doing nothing. And then I used to have different problems with that too, and then I just said, I'm changing my attitude. Okay, I'm going to be excited to show up every day. I'm going to be grateful every day. Okay, you have to do that, guys. You got to force yourself to be positive because it's easy to be negative. Okay, so everybody got the invites now. Now, the next one, you want to track every day. How many people are you adding to the group? How many people are you adding to the group? Okay. You can track 10K, 20K, 30K, 100K per month. Okay. This is a formula that I've done even when I took long breaks from offline. Even when I started new pages where nobody did not know me. This formula does not matter even if you've never had success online. Okay. But the power of this is that a lot of people got proof because of the rotator and because they were able to upgrade. Even though that some of you may not have the money in your hand from the upgrade, I keep telling people that the upgrades, if you got 17 banks, that cost $1,725. That money had to come from somewhere, okay? That money came from you making that money, but the system automatically upgrades you. So you did make that money, okay? Otherwise, give us the banks back. Because you didn't pay for it. You know what I mean? If anybody asks you that, let them know that stuff is not free. Banks is not free. So if you see a list and you see you got 10 banks and you didn't even bring in 10 people, then you should be happy and grateful because that's $1,000. Some people coming in here with $1,725. You know what I mean? I just want to break that down. The next thing you want to track is adds to the group. How many people are you adding to the group? Okay, that's next. How many people are you adding to the group? Okay, I'm gonna have a separate training for leadership training for people who want to get to really big numbers, 10, 20, 30, 40K per month. I'm gonna have a separate training for that. Okay, but this is basic. People, anybody can come in and do this. Okay, adds to the group. How many people are you adding to the group? If you're saying you don't know anybody, you need to go to the back office and learn how to find people, because I started off, I did not talk to much of my friends and family, to be honest with you, because their mindset is just way different. Okay, so I made pages on social media and added a whole bunch of entrepreneurs in different groups, different pages like Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Les Brown. I started adding people with a positive mindset. Why would you want a page full of negative people? They're gonna keep asking you, is it a scam? No, I don't have people who ask me, is it a scam? To be honest, I do not get that question. Only time I get that question is if I'm doing a three-way with somebody else's prospect, okay? And when I get that, I'm like, wow, people be asking that, because I don't deal with people in that mindset, and my vibration is so high, and I got my ideal business partner that those other people, they don't show up in my reality, because I speak my reality into existence, and I know who I am and whose I am, so I force it to happen, okay? You have to have that mindset too. Like, go take what you want, okay? Tell people, like, I'm gonna get to that. So ask the group. The next one to do is tag to pin post, okay? Tag to pin post. You want to tag people who you bring into the group, to the pin post with my video, because some people get added to that group and they just see all these people welcoming people. You really want to flood the group with proof. It's nice to welcome people to the group and stuff, but it brings down the proof and stuff, okay? You know what I mean? Like, every now and then welcome your people, but really you want to tag them into the group and just post positive things about the program. We really just need to do that instead of really welcoming people to the group. Okay, you want to tag them in a post and welcome them there. And then every day somebody should be posting some proof, or somebody should be posting something positive about the program, because people don't care if you welcoming people. They want to see, like, is people making money? Is people liking this? Is people having success? That's what they care about. They come to the group and it's just like, welcome, welcome, welcome. They're like, okay, but where's the video? Where am I? Okay, so that's called tags to pin post. You're tracking this. So every night you have your sheet of paper and you write down how many people did you do this activity for, because your action creates results, okay? Now, the next thing is follow-ups, okay? Follow-ups. Follow-ups is the money, your money maker, but you can't follow up until you invite somebody, right? So that's why all this stuff go together. So the follow-ups, okay, are when you ask somebody, hey, did you get to look at the information? You can make thousands of dollars just by making sure you have your tracking of the people you've invited and make sure you're following up with them. Because sometimes you invite people and they got distracted and they didn't look at the information. You know what I mean? I had like hundreds of people who I said, did you get to watch the information? They like, no, I didn't get to watch it yet. But I reminded them, so they're like, okay, I'm going to watch it. You know what I mean? Or, you know, I had people, they say, oh, I got distracted and I had to go to work. And then they're like, I'm about to watch it. And then they'll watch it. Okay, but if you don't know if they're watching, you need to be tracking, like, are your people actually watching the information? You know what I mean? Because if you just inviting people and you don't follow up with them, you could invite 100 people and none of them watch the information you don't even know. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure you're doing the right income producing activities, okay? Now, following up means you just ask them, hey, did you get to watch the information? If they say yes, say, what did you like best? That's all that is. What did you like best? And then they tell you what did they like best, and then you say, okay, sounds like you're ready to get started. You know, we have a few more spots left. We got a big team coming in or something like that, and then shoot them some more proof. That's how you close. Some people don't know how to close. So you follow up. That's the follow-up part when you ask them what did they like best. Okay, you did your job, right? Now, the closing question is when you say, don't be scared to ask for the money. If you don't ask for the money, then you can't get the money. My motto, and I tell the team all the time, I say, get the money, get the money. Did you get the money? Who cares about a link? Get the money, okay? Okay? Now, closing question is when you say, sounds like you're ready to get started. You see how this go in order? You have to do the step before to get to the next step, okay? Closing question is, hey, sounds like you're ready to get started. We got a bunch of people coming in. They can go under your team if you take action now and today. And then just be quiet. Don't say nothing else. And then they're going to say, well, I want to get started tomorrow, and you write it down. Or I want to get started today. Yes, I have so many people who I just asked that. They're like, yeah, I'm ready. I didn't say nothing to them. I promise you they would not have reached back out to me. Some people do, okay? Like some people get on the Zooms and then they just go about their business. And then I'm like, hey, did you like the webinar? Like I probably got like 500 people that I got to follow up with. No lie, okay? And they just be going about their business. And I message them, hey, did you want to get started? Did you watch it? And then they're like, that's called the closing question. Did everybody get that? Did everybody catch that? After you follow up, the closing question. Sound like you're ready to get started. You have a bunch of people coming in that they can possibly go under you. You want to get started today. Okay, that's how you do it. And you shoot them like some more proof. That's called the closing question. You need to really put a star on that because that's the number one thing that you need to know. If you can ask the closing question 100 times per month, you will make $10,000. Did you hear what I just said? This never fails. It doesn't matter if you suck. It doesn't matter if you've been good. And that the more you do this, okay, the more you get better at it. You get more confidence, your energy. Make sure when you get ready to say that closing question, you say, I'm happy and grateful that I'm making money on autopilot. Say like a quick affirmation, then boom, ask the closing question. The number of the amount of closing questions that you ask is directly in proportion to your income. It's 10% usually. If you're really good, you can get it to 20%. If you're really good, you get to 30%, okay? That is the number that you really need to focus on, but you can't get there until you do the steps above, which is inviting. It all starts with the invite. Then it goes to the add to the group. Then it goes to tagging to the 10 posts. You can get away with not tagging people in the 10 posts, but I recommend that you do. But the main one is the invite, the add to the group, the invite to the Zoom, invite to the group, the follow up, and then that's how you get to the closing question. You can't get to the closing question without doing that. Remember that. So the closing question is after you ask the follow up question, which is, did you get to watch the information? They say yes. What did you like best? That's the follow up. Write that down so you know, because you want to track this. And then the closing question is, hey, well, they say, yeah, I saw it. What did you like best? They're going to say, hey, I like the part with the rotator. I like the part of the money. Whatever they say, you just agree with it, right? You say, well, sounds like you're ready to get started, exclamation mark. You have a group of people ready to come in. If you go in now, they can possibly go under you. That's a real closing question. That's how you really, really get people. And I'm teaching you this, and I've used this on some of y'all. I have used this on some of y'all. So just so you know, I'm telling you my secrets, okay? And it's a whole method to this, okay? Now, sounds like you're ready to get started. We have a group of people coming in, and they possibly, make sure you put possibly, because you don't know, you speaking into existence. If you keep saying that to people, you're going to always have a group of people coming in. That's how you have a whole bunch of people coming in under you, because they have a fear of loss. And you want to push people because they'll wait till next week. They'll wait all time. If you get a lot of people say, "No, I'll do it next week," it's because you didn't create any fear of loss and you didn't create any urgency. Okay, so you ask them, "Sound like you're ready to get started?" That's the closing question, and you say, "We have a big group coming in that can possibly go under you." You can say with the rotator or whatever. Okay. Did you want to get started today? Let's get in the money. Let's asking for the sale. They say yes. Boom, you got them. Hey, it's 100, which you say, once you say that, okay, they're going to say yes or no. If they say yes, say, boom, you got them, okay? You just say, what level did you want to get them? What bank, how many banks did you want to get started with? Okay, this is the verbiage. It's all about what you say, okay? Because some of y'all saying some crazy stuff. I don't know what y'all saying because I can't track it, but this is what I say. Once they say yes, I say, hey, how many banks did you want to get started with? I highly recommend that you start at the 1725 because that's where most of the people start and the leaders and the bosses start, okay? And then that make it look like 110 look like nothing. You get it? Because if you just say, hey, you want to start at 110, you recommending that they start. Why are you recommending that they start there? Tell them like, I highly recommend you should start at the 1725 level because the bosses start right there and you get all of the bonuses along with that level. And you start Profit Center too automatically. Boom. And then they're going to say, well, I only got like $200 or I got $300. You say, great. Hey, whatever level they say, hey, if you join at, so for example, they say, I only got enough for $100, right? Well, some of them going to say, yes, 1725. They say $100, say, hey, if you do two banks today, I'll give you 3 banks. Okay, that's another one you could do. They're going to be like, what? Yes. You can make so much money doing it. I'm just telling y'all all these secrets. I made so much freaking money just offering people a deal because they like, oh, for life. Because people got money. It's about the value that you bring to the table. If they say, well, I can start at 4 banks. But hey, if I start you off at 7 banks, you want to do 6? They boom, you just made $600. That's why I say you got to get to Profit Center too, because you got 17 banks. Everybody pay you. You can make the deals because they pay the $10 admin fee, right? And then you made the deal. You marked them pay. You're the one who marked them pay, okay? And they boost up everybody anyway. You're the one getting paid. So I tell people do whatever you got to do to Profit Center too, because you can get rich, like for real. So let me make sure. That was the biggest mistake, right? That's my biggest mistake, right? What you write down? You wrote what down? Remember to build relationships. After I learned this, I made my first sale. Ask people how they're doing. Right, James. James got etiquette. You always ask people how they doing. How's their day? Ask people how they doing. Show you are a real patient person. You care. They will be more receptive. Ask your closing question. Yes.
Again.
Yes. Okay.
I had to look inside.
Everybody knows the closing question.
Right. But I had been doing that for months.
1725.
Because
okay, you got
I didn't
cash
like that Tim Harris was
most people, they're not asking me for a link. They seeing how they pay.
To run the Laker
You
business.
know what I mean? It's a difference. No, people don't be asking me.
Trying to come over to our side.
They don't. They just
Jeannie's
they
gotta
go
stop.
in the group. They come to the
You gotta
Zoom.
stop
You
people
know,
from having those voices,
I
Marty.
got
You
them the
talked
link
about.
already.
It's too many
Right?
people at the
Here's
table.
your link, even though they
And so
don't
what
sign up under
happens,
that link. They
everybody
already
is
have your
to
link.
share their
Okay?
opinion.
Nobody don't gotta wait
And
for a link.
there's so much
You know,
information
this is
coming
the
at
link.
her
Okay,
that then when I say, hey, we got
so
to
you
do
can do
this,
that, and then once they say
she
they got
can't
to
make a
tell them,
decision because
ask
they
for
said
Bitcoin,
no.
and then look
Don't
who at the
go
top
the
of the
way
list
back
and
to
pay
go
that person that's
go
listening.
left.
People already got to her.
Exactly.
So, pay that person.
So
Boom. That's
her
all the
love
closing
for those
question.
people and
All
respect
right.
for
3
those
ways
people
also help too. If they get
often
extra questions, some people say I
caused
got more
us
questions.
to
Say,
not make the
hey,
right choice,
one
or
second, I got
there's
somebody
no
who can answer
decision
that
match.
question.
Dominique.
And
So
so
Dominique,
ask questions and
Dominique.
that's all you're doing. Most people are bad at recruiting because they think that people just sign up. They don't know they're supposed to invite. They don't know they're supposed to have a group. They don't know they need a Zoom with a strong presenter. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Y'all got a lot of money. Most of these programs, they don't have Zooms with a strong presenter, and that's a secret asset of yours. All right, and then most people don't know to follow up. Somebody freaking coming on here. Oh, it's loud. Jeez. People I can't even hear people. Okay, I muted it. So, can y'all hear me now? Somebody, who is that? I don't know who that is. Who is extra loud like that? Please mute your line. Is that better, y'all? Okay, so that's the closing question. Now, write this down. If you ask the closing question 100 times in a month, you will make $10,000. Okay? I don't know your number. Sometimes you might have to invite 200 people. Sometimes it might have to be 500 people. I don't know your numbers. It depends on how much you do this. The more you do this, the better you get. Okay, but you can't get better if you don't do it. And I can guarantee if you don't ask the closing question, you're not gonna make no money because you can't get to Profit Center too without putting your first person in position. Right? Does that make sense? Is anything that I just said hard? Somebody please tell me. Is anything that I just said on this list hard? Okay. Everything that I said on this list is very easy. That's why when people say they don't want to talk to people, don't recruit, I'm like, shoot, I talk to people all day. I'm just typing the same messages to people. It's not hard. Most people just don't know what to say and do. So important when people join you that you show them what you're saying and what you're doing because they don't know. They really don't know. Most people don't know to go to their back office when they first join. Most people don't know that they got to be motivated or they got to say affirmations. They really don't know. Nobody really taught people how to be their own business person. Okay, so set a time. How much time are you going to spend on this? And when you set your time, put an hour a day, 2 hours a day, 3 hours. If you got the more time you got, the more you can get through these numbers. Okay, set it down, and every day you make sure you're doing only these activities. Everything else, if you want to post ads, make it separate because these are the main income producing activities. You can put a separate section that say, coming to trainings. Well, how much will I time spend coming to trainings? How much time will I spend coming to Zooms? Because you want to show up to the Zoom so you can learn how to present because I'll wear off on you. So the point when you're talking to people, you know the questions they asking, even though you don't have to answer questions for people. I don't answer people questions. I tell them to come on the Zoom and ask because other people might have that question. So we have a fully duplicatable system. We have a 7-figure. Anybody can come in here and make 7 figures if they're willing to work the numbers. Okay. So remember, I said the closing question, you need to ask that question 100 times in a month to make $10,000. Okay. Now, consistency is super important. You guys need to have a 3, 6, 12-month plan. Understand that the longer that you do this, people in month 2 will be signing up in month 4 and 5. People in month 3 will be signing up in 6 and 7. People in month 6 will be signing up in 7, 8, 9. It's going to compound so huge if you do this 5 days a week. You need to set a time. You need to set a number, okay? You need to set a time and a number. It's impossible to run out of people if you got the Facebook training that I just posted, okay? Okay? I made so much money on Facebook, y'all. Just making new friends, adding new people. I would delete people, delete like 200 people, add another 200 people, to 5,000 friends, and I always have people talking to. Like, I probably got 2,000 leads that I have not even talked to because I've been doing this so long that I built up the consistency, which most people don't have consistency. I built it up where I can go back and just talk to all those people who asked me for information last year or time before. But you got to start somewhere. People be like, well, you can make so much money because you got a following and this and that. Honey, everybody started off from scratch, but I was consistent. I didn't give up. I kept on doing these activities, right? You got to start from scratch. Everybody starts from scratch. Some people got more people who they know. Some people got less. But we all start off somewhere. But most people don't want to go through the beginning stages. They quit too fast, right? So it may take you longer than others. We don't know, okay? But you got to keep going. Eventually, people are going to be calling you all day, messaging you all day, trying to get in, trying to get people in. That's what's going to happen to you all. So remember, the closing question 100 times a month is 10K, okay? 100 times per month is 10K, but you can only get to the closing question by doing the invites. So like I said, it may take you that's why you got to track it. You want to track it. Like every day, by the end of the month, you should calculate how many invites, how many adds to the group you did, how many follow-ups, and how many closing questions, because you don't know. Then you got the secret. Now you know how many invites does it take you in particular to get to 100 closing questions, right? Does that make sense, y'all? Yes or yes? Does that make sense? Right. So you need to track your numbers. All successful people, they be tracking this stuff. I got notebooks full of dates of all of the things that I do. So I know what to do. Okay, if you go broke, you can know exactly what to do. If you're still in this program, you know exactly what to do. The question is, are you willing to do it? Okay, are you willing to do it 5 days a week? Are you willing to set an hour or 2 or 3, however much time you got to do these activities? Because I committed to doing it. Okay, it's gonna be boring a little bit. So I'm warning you. My friend, he makes $100,000 per month and guess what he told me? He said the money is in the consistency. He said the money is in the mundane, the stuff that you do over and 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 over. That's what he said. He said I do the same thing over and over and over. I have my little notebook. I have my stuff that I'm tracking, my invites and all my follow-ups and all this stuff. And he just keep doing the same thing over and over. And he knows the strategy. He knows this strategy. He's like, I don't know what's wrong with people. I don't know why they don't want to do it and they're not doing it. Maybe people don't be watching TV for hours a day. I'm like, you should be doing this. I love doing this because it's easy. I'm like, it's easy money. I don't got to go up. I don't got to get up and go to a job. You mean tell me I can just sit here and find people to invite, find people to start a conversation with, follow up with them, and close? And then 3 ways, too. You can do 3 ways. If people say, I have more questions, I've been on the Zoom, is there anybody I can talk to, too? You get me on the 3-way, get your sponsor on the 3-way, put me in a Facebook chat, or put your sponsor in a Facebook chat, whatever, right? Boom. So, like I said, hopefully y'all wrote that down. The date, the affirmations that I said, look in the back office. You should be spending 30 minutes a day on personal development, right? You need to be reading books about successful people because they be telling you their secrets, right? And then you sound better when you talk to people. Your mindset is different. It's going to start to change like a successful person. You're going to be molded to talk like those successful people. I'll be posting stuff on my wall because I read so many books. I put little life things together. People like, yeah, that's right. Because I do so much personal development. You can't fake personal development. You can tell when a person has been doing personal development, okay? Because they sound different, their mindset is different, they more positive, their vibration is higher. Like, you can tell, right? So if you want to get to 10K per month, all you got to do is take the closing question and the invite, write that down, the main income produced activities, invites, ads, tags. You have your separate section. Of course, you want to be doing the things in the back office. I'll show you passive ways where you posting the ads and or you making the YouTube videos. It should be back there. Traction marketing, what to post. It's all back there in your back office, okay? But these are the main core of your money right here, what I just said. The invites, the adding people to the group, tagging them in the pin post, following up with them, closing questions, and doing 3 ways, okay? If you're doing that and you're tracking it, write down the number every day. When we do the accountability, we can ask people on here and say, hey, how many closing questions did you ask? Okay, but I can guarantee you, if you don't ask that closing question 0 times, if your number is 0 every month, then you have, that's your income. And how many of you all have been on here have been asking that closing question? Be honest. How many of you on here have been asking the closing question in previous opportunities or now? How many of you have actually asked the closing question before? Okay, how many of you is this the first time you heard about the closing question? Okay. Okay. Yes, but you can track it. It's so if you want to make $2,000 a month, you need to ask the closing question 20 times. I don't know the numbers under 10K per month, but I know that it's a law of diminishing return when it gets lower than 100 times. But it depends on how long you've been doing this and doing it. You just kind of see, what's the word? You kind of see the numbers that you get. Sometimes it be a little bit more for people. Sometimes it's a little bit less. Okay, but I know a seller who made $12,000. She asked that closing question like 120 times. Okay, and you can't just bust out of nowhere and just start asking the closing question. It don't work like that. You got to go through the process. That's why I say putting people into a position in your company is a process. Sometimes it takes people 5 to 12 times to make a decision. That's why you put them in the group. Okay, that's why we follow up for 2 weeks, because sometimes they got to see it over and over and over again. They be like, okay. And people get discouraged when people be like, no, or say these things to them because they don't know this process, okay? And so now they thinking like, I'm doing something wrong, or I don't know, I quit. I hate talking to people. I don't want to talk to them because they get on my nerves, right? It's mostly because they really wasn't saying the right things and they didn't have the intention. All of it go together. Your intention, okay, your daily goal, you writing it down. It's all a whole strategy. You can't leave stuff out. You got to do the whole thing. Do it for 90 days, y'all, and you get to 10K per month, okay? 90 days it takes to make a full shift in your life. You can have a completely different life if you do that, because me doing these Zooms every day and then we're going to have other people doing it, that is free money. That is free money. When I be doing other programs, I'm like, can somebody do some presentation? I need somebody who's really good. I always do. I'm like, can somebody who's really good keep doing presentations? Because if you have that, then you got free money, okay? So if you're not utilizing that, if you're not inviting people to the Zooms, something is you out of this world. I don't know what to say. There's nothing I can say, okay? So anybody have any questions? No problem. That's really how you get to 10K per month. If I don't do anything else, I make sure before I go to sleep, I do these income producing activities, and I read and study successful people. I read and study and watch people who's successful. Those are other things that I do. You always want to do that and kind of model what they're doing and listen to motivational. I got a CD that I listen to in the morning. It's Lift Your Spirits and Productivity, Peak Performance. I got different CDs that I listen to pump me up in the morning. You got to create your morning routine, your miracle morning, where you pump yourself up before you start your day. You get ready for your day. Start doing your affirmations. Start speaking life. What you do in the first hour of the day will determine your day. Okay, set that intention. Speak it. All right. It's not just mumbo jumbo. It's part of how your body works and how the universe works. These are laws of successful people have been doing for years, and unsuccessful people have doing the opposite for years. You know what I mean? So. No problem. Sounds great. That's when it's clear. Good. Everybody should know what to do. Nobody should be confused. Everybody make sure you're in a training group, the No More Bills training group, okay? Make sure you're in the chat. Make sure your people know where the prospect group is. It's called a prospect group, Miracle System Rotator group. Okay, that's where you can add people to watch a replay if they want to see the information now. It's also on what else do you need to be plugged into? Those are most things. So when your new member gets started, you want to plug them in. We got a new member orientation today. Clyde gonna be doing a new member orientation. Clyde, what time did you want to do that? Did you want to make a Zoom so everybody know? For the new member, the new
Can you hear
member
me?
orientation.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Don? Dominique, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
But as you can see,
yeah,
I'm having conversations every day. Conversations every day. If you're not having conversations every day, whether it's typing or something like that, you are not gonna make no money. I'm sorry. I'm just being straight up honest with you, because you have to have a conversation for somebody to know about it. Okay? You gotta have a conversation. When you get them in there, they're still on the same side. Oh Lord. Okay. No, I can't.
I have a question.
Y'all hear quiet? Maybe they.
Yeah, I think everybody
No.
can hear me, but Dominique.
Oh wait, hold on. Okay, I can hear you now. Sorry, I was on
Okay.
mute this whole time.
It's all good. So I want to do a new members orientation. I was thinking about doing it after the actual meeting tonight, because I know it's going to be a droves of people that sign up, and they're going to need to know how to set up everything. But the reason why I'm doing it today after the meeting is because I have an appointment today. But I'll be doing them during the daytime, but I know everybody has different times they work. But I can record the new members orientation and give it to people that aren't able to make it, so on and so forth, so they can get it to their people. But I'll be doing a live orientation during the daytime. I'm thinking around 2:00. I know everybody has different time frames they work and everything, but it'll be recorded anyway. So
What time, Clyde? So what was the time?
today I was going to do it after the presentation.
Okay.
I have a
Okay.
question, Dominique.
Yes.
And then go ahead.
Okay, I ran an ad. I paid to run an ad, and I've got like I started running the ad this morning. I've got like 4 or 5 people that have already inquired, and most times they're like, "Okay, I'm intrigued. I want to know what's next." From that point, what should I be doing? Just tell them about the Zoom?
Yes. Add them to the group.
Okay, well, the thing is that I didn't do it on Facebook.
Okay.
When I started Facebook, and I got like I said, I got 4 or 5 people off an ad that I paid to run.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm trying to figure out. So at that point, because I didn't get them off Facebook, had I got them on Facebook, I could have just added them to the group. So
Yeah.
because I did not get them off Facebook,
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure out what should my next step be. Should I be inviting them to?
Mhm.
Because the recorded information is great, but the live presentation
Mhm.
just creates more. It's more energy, and people. I can see how people would
Yes.
easily find out with a live presentation versus a recorded presentation.
Yes. Yes.
So what I'm trying to figure out is how do I get them from email, because they're emailing me back.
Yes.
From email to the next step. Do I just tell them about the Zoom or
Do you got the script?
no?
Okay, I gotta get you that script. You just give them the Zoom. Ask them what's their Facebook information. Connect on Facebook, and you can add them like that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
You
think
just say, give me your Facebook information,
yeah,
and
because they've given me, they give passing out phone numbers and stuff like
oh
that.
wow, well that's good. Yeah, just get them the Zoom information for the live Zoom, and ask them what's their Facebook, and then tell them you'll be adding them to a group. They're gonna see the group. They're gonna be like, what is this? This is pretty cool. People like that being added to the group too, and just get them the Zoom information.
Yeah, because my thing is this, like I say, a lot of people, like I said, some of the people do not have Facebook, and it's not many,
Yes.
but there are some. And
Yeah,
so
it's okay.
I've just got to figure out this process because, like I said, the
Yeah,
way
just
that
invite them to the Zoom. You got a link too, Fred. You can get them your link. You know you got a link, right?
yeah. But the only thing with that was, like I said, the Zoom is what got me.
Yes.
So I mean, the Zoom is what got me because I mean, I had been, oh, I ain't got time for Zoom or blah 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 blah. Blah. I mean, for like a week. But the minute I got on the Zoom, I signed up being.
Yeah.
So I got to get people to that Zoom.
Yes, you do. Get them to the Zoom. That's true. That's why I be telling people the Zoom is really the secret sauce.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yes,
I'm going. Okay. So I'll just send out the information.
Tell them this. Tell them this, friend. Say, hey, we giving out a trip to Bali and Cancun tonight. If you want to come to the Zoom, if you come and show up and stay to the end, I might do a little finagle and get you a free trip.
Okay. So
Stuff like that.
What's gonna happen when they ask me for the free trip?
I'm gonna give it to them. I can give away unlimited free trips.
Oh, a trip to Bali or
Cancun, Las Vegas.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. So okay. That's a good one. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pull it together. Okay.
Yeah, just tell them if you come to the Zoom tonight, you get a free trip, and we gonna help show you how to get your rent paid down to $0 in 14 to 30 days. They gonna get on that. Okay. They'll get on that.
Okay. I appreciate you so much.
Oh, no problem. Yeah. But yes, the 10K per month. I'm telling you, the closing question 100 times per month. Do whatever you got to do to get to that closing question. You will make $10,000. I want somebody to try to prove me wrong. Everybody who I showed this to, who I talked to, they all are doing at least 5,000, 10,000 plus per month. And that's because of they tracking everything, because it's a secret and writing it. I don't know what it is, but when you write it down every day, it creates your focus. It changes your focus and it does something to your body. I can't explain this formula, but it's scary sometimes. Like, I have an affirmation that says, I'm so happy and grateful now that I earn $1,000 to $5,000 plus per day on autopilot, right? I just started that new affirmation on May 1st. And I am so serious when I say on autopilot. When you guys start to do this, okay, I invited 1,000 people personally. I've already invited 1,000 people, and I asked the closing question at least 150 plus times. So my residual income, I deserve it. So like I say, in order to make the money you want, you have to deserve it, y'all. It's no such thing as something for nothing. So like I say, you just have to say, I'm going to make a decision and I'm going to do this. That's really all it comes down to, okay? Because I guarantee you, if you don't ask that closing question, you're not going to make no money, okay? And you can't blame me, can't blame your sponsor, you can't blame anybody, because we told you the formula, and this formula cost me over $5,000, okay? It cost me over $5,000, all right? And y'all don't even have some of the stuff that I learned, and I'm gonna show it to you guys. But you gotta stay consistent. You gotta be serious, because you guys are gonna get some really golden nuggets, okay? Some real big golden nuggets. And I'm inviting you guys to different events that I'll be going to, so that we all can go together and you can experience what I get to experience, okay? And you get to be around like-minded people. I want to go on a cruise. Like, I want to do stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, right, would you write you invite? Yep. Thank you. Tell the real people they want to learn on. Yep. They're gonna need to be in the chat. So you said they're gonna need to be in the chats. Well, who gonna need to be in the chats?
I have a question. Dominique.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a person from my other opportunity that I'm a part of that was on a webinar, but she didn't understand it quite, the information, when I think Claude had did it. But she wants to do a call, but I'm not too good at explaining all the information.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, should I add her to another Zoom webinar, or
Yeah. Tell her to come to the webinar, and if you want to do a three-way with me and her, we can do that. But tell her to get on the webinar tonight. If she still don't understand, we can do a three-way. Tell her to ask her question on the webinar, because she probably was scared to ask a question. Some people be scared to ask questions.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes. No problem. Anybody else? I hope that brought some clarity to a lot of you guys. The numbers game is a real numbers game. It's really real. It's really real. Don't be chasing after the same people, y'all, too. Okay, some people be doing it. They talk to 20 people. They be like, oh, I talk to so many people. They don't know the closing question, and they don't know the ratio of the money that they make is directly proportionate to that. So they be talking to the same people, trying to still bring Judy and Lucy, and they still in their own world. leave them alone. If you feel some type of way if somebody say no, that means that you're not asking that closing question enough. Because you should be to the point where you like, I already got 10 other people I'm talking to. So my mindset when I'm talking to people, I'm like, I gotta talk to somebody else. Like, are you gonna join? I still talking, I'll be cordial and my cool, funny, cool self. But like the other day, Connie had me on the three-way. The lady was like, this is a pyramid scheme. I said, what's your definition of a pyramid scheme? And I guess she thought I was gonna be like, oh no, it's not a pyramid scheme. No. I'm like, what is your definition of a pyramid scheme? She was like, well, that's when people at the top make all the money, and then the people at the bottom of the list, she said, well, the people at the top make all the money. That was her definition. I said, well, it sounds like a pyramid to me, because if you at the top, you making a lot of money. Don't you want to get to the top? She was like, oh, okay, well, something, right? And I was just talking to her, I'm looking like, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's legal. So, hey, so you have to walk in authority and believe in yourself. Understand that you have something that's a gift to them. You have something really, really powerful, because I know I do, okay? And you should think the same way. They should be blessed to even be in a place where people will tell them 10K per month strategies, because a lot of leaders don't want people to know that. When I went to a seminar, the lady making $100,000 or $400,000 per month, I forget, it's an insane number. She was saying like she didn't want to tell people what she was doing because she thought that people would go and try to take her down line. So it's people who really don't want you to know some of this information. But some people, like, even if you tell them, they won't do it. So, well, hey, that's on them. So use that money script. If you don't got it, send me a message, send me your email, and I'll make sure I forward it to you. It got some good training, and it has just a script that you can use. I think Sierra was using it the other day. She was like, oh, wow, this script is easy. I'm getting a lot of people to this thing. Wow, this is really easy. So anybody can do it. Job is that she has one in the pyramid scheme. Right. At the job, you can't even get to the top. That's a scam. Whatever you want to call it. I don't even know the name. I said, I don't even deal with people who think stuff is a scam. I deal with entrepreneurs and business-minded people. I said, those people don't even come in my reality. I'm sorry. So I don't know what you're talking about. So, yes. So, like I said, that's it, y'all. Does anybody have any questions before I get off? I want to take all your time now. Okay, I think y'all got it. So everybody try their papers every day, writing down all this stuff. Yes, let me copy it. Your stuff right now. Make sure you send it to my inbox just in case I don't get it. Okay, all right, guys, let's go crush it today. Let's pack out the webinar tonight. You want to make 10K per month, you got to ask those closing questions 100 times, 10% ratio, and you got to, in order to do that, you got to do the invites and the follow-ups. Invites and follow-up, and invites to the Zoom, because the Zoom is going to close your people out the best. All right, see y'all later. Have a great